What's up, people? Gamer Matt Weavius here with another pickups video. Last week I had a bit of a late start, unfortunately. My own family was having a yard sale, so I had to help them set up their yard sale before I could go out and yard sell myself. So I got an hour late start, but I did get some pickups. Wasn't as good as last week. The week before, but what can you expect? There's always some luck involved in yard selling. No matter which area you go to or how many people you ask, there's always going to be luck involved. So with that being said, let's move on to the pickups. Then after the pickups, I got probably the most exciting news of the week for me, but we'll get to that. So first pickup at the yard sales was a Game Gear. I only paid $1 for it. It was missing the right battery cover, but I had Game Gears with the right battery cover and not the left battery cover. So since this one had the left battery cover, I was able to take ones from my other one, and now I have a complete with both battery covers Game Gear. Moving along, we went to a yard sale. This guy said the only video game he had was Conker's Bad Fur Day, and he knew it was a collectible, he knew it was expensive, and he wasn't going to let it go for too cheap. I ended up spending $8 for this, and I didn't even know it was scratched up. I probably could have gotten it for less having known that, but I offered him $8, he brought it out, and I was there for a while. I just wanted to get out of there, so I spent $8 for this. I already have a really clean copy that I keep in my collection, so I'll probably just sell this off for like $20 or so with the scratches. Pull up at this other yard sale. This lady brings out these video games after I ask her. Caveman games for the Nintendo, Tengen Shinobi, and a Super Mario Bros. 3. She wanted $2 each on these. I didn't have Shinobi or Caveman games, but I did have Mario Bros., so I'll end up selling or trading that. This was pretty interesting. This lady has the yard sales. She's got a table set up with a bunch of Game Boy stuff on, and in a box she's got Game Boy games, regular Game Boy games for $1, Game Boy Advance games for $2. So I picked up a Super Mario Bros. Deluxe. Didn't really see any good games left over, aside from a few. And then she's got these Game Boys in these bags here. And in the bag we got a pink Game Boy Advance, which I'm probably gonna give to my niece. But Game Boy Advance here, really clean. She said she replaced the screen on this, and I noticed that she has an extra screen here with a little plastic hook that has an adhesive on it, and you put that hook on the screen you're going to replace, you pull it off, and then you put the new screen on it. So she replaced the screen on that one. I have an extra screen here, and then an extra pink battery cover in case that one ever gets lost or whatever. So for the Game Boy baggie there with all that stuff in it, and for this Game Boy Mario Bros. Deluxe, I paid a total of $6. Not bad. The Game Boy's really clean, and like I said, it's got those good screens and a good replacement screen. So kind of a scroungy yard sale, but I only paid 50 cents each on these. I didn't have this basketball game. It's got like sticker residue on it, so I'll throw that on the shelf. And then I had this, but for 50 cents I might as well have picked it up. Pokemon Snap. Alright. While my cousins were getting their stuff ready for their yard sale, they found this Nintendo Power, so they hooked me up with it. It's got just a Nintendo Power. I got it for free. Hey, look at that. A Zombies Ate My Neighbors. A Zombies Ate My Neighbors comic. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so we got a Mortal Kombat poster in the Nintendo Power. Pretty cool freebie there. Alright, the last big, the only really kind of big pickup of the day. I go to this yard sale, ask them if they have any video game stuff, and she brings out one of these. So I got another one of these now. It's an FC Twin in the box with all the packaging. And then she brings out her games. Nothing too crazy. I got manuals for the games. We got T&C Surf Design for the original Nintendo. We got a Game Boy, a Super Game Boy with Jurassic Park in it. We got a Game Boy game, Zelda. And then we got Toy Story, Mario Kart, a Killer Instinct, Donkey Kong Country 2, Mario Paint, Mario World, Stunt Racer FX, Street Fighter 2, and a Super Mario All-Stars. And then I've got like the manuals here for like all those games practically. So Toy Story, just the manual for pretty much all those games here. So I asked her, and then I also see this. She had this Game Gear power adapter, third-party performance brand, but it's for the Game Gear. And then she also had a Super Nintendo power supply. I needed a Super Nintendo power supply because I had a bunch of Super Nintendos. So FC Twin with all those games, the power supplies, the manuals. And this FC Twin actually has in the box here, it has the controllers. The original controllers are still in the packaging. She said, she said I used it like one or two times. So, and in there we've got original Super Nintendo controllers in really good condition. Well, we got one, it looks like. So we got two. So we got two FC Twin controllers, one still in the packaging, two Super Nintendo official controllers, the FC Twin, and all those games. I think I spent $30. Yeah, I spent $30. They wanted $35 and I spent $30, so not bad. Alright guys, so those were the pickups. Now we're going to move on to the exciting, very, very exciting news for me. Time for the most exciting news for me all week. So, pickups are exciting, of course, especially when you find things you don't have. But recently I've been finding a lot of stuff I have. Typically Nintendo stuff. I'm a Nintendo fan, but I also love Sega. And from a collector's perspective, I have so much Nintendo stuff now that it's hard to get Nintendo stuff I don't already have. So a lot of the Nintendo stuff I end up selling so that I have more money to buy more for my collection. So pretty much when I can get Sega stuff, I'm really happy. Basically, as some of you may know, I've had a big stack of Sega CD games that I haven't been able to play because I haven't had a Sega CD. I mentioned in one of my videos in the past that I have a Sega CD, but it was broken, and it was sitting in a box with all my broken other video game stuff that I have. And the other day I did some research. I was looking around YouTube, and I actually checked out the video that I'm going to have in my comment box below. And basically, I found out that the Sega CD had problems with the fuses. There was no hard switch to power the Sega CD on and off. It powered on and off through the Genesis. So apparently, people would leave their Sega CDs plugged in with their Genesis, as they should, and then over time, through power surges or whatever would happen, the fuses in the Sega CD would blow. So, with that being said, I went ahead and opened up my Sega CD. I looked on the bottom of the board, and there was this little white fuse, and it was kind of a brownish blackish color. I plugged my multimeter on both sides of it, and I didn't get any signal through it. So I went ahead and desoldered it, soldered in a new fuse, and I screwed everything back together, wiped my lens with a Q-tip and some alcohol, and connected it up. And lo and behold, this was the magical sound I heard. Now some of you might be wondering, well, that sounds different than my Sega CD. For some reason, the intro varies between the Genesis that you have plugged in. So I have a Genesis Model 1 that doesn't say high definition on it. When I plugged the Model 2 in, it played a fancier intro. I don't know why, but that's just how it was. In here I got this game. I'm just going to show you some of it. It's pretty hilarious. And that's the thing I really was excited about the Sega CD was just how ridiculous some of these full motion video games are. And that's why I was really psyched to get this working, guys, because the Sega CD to me, it's like, it's so bad it's good almost. It's so bad that it's enjoyable to play. So we got Mad Dog McCree 2 in here.
Spanish treasure, you'll have to take on renegade Indians. Bandidos, and Mad Dog's sleazy crew. You think you can beat
Basically, this is a, you use the gun controller for this, and it's, you just shoot the guys. Look how funny this is.
Mad Dog's back. Ain't gonna be easy. You're gonna need a guide to get you to the treasure. Pick anyone. Buckskin Bunny.
You want to play?
Oh, I want to play.
Let's go.
She can get you.
Alright, so
But she can.
you shoot the banditos and the other guys, and then you get a guide, I guess, to help you. You can choose between this hot chick and a professor, and then some other, like an Indian guy. So let's go ahead and calibrate. This is the problem I'm having. I can't calibrate because I don't know what it is, but something is messed up with my gun or with the cord, the video cord. Okay, that's pretty close. But it just seems like a lot of the times when I'm aiming, it's off.
Hang on, stranger, and welcome aboard.
Hello,
We're
stranger.
gonna do a little target practice here to get you started. See, can you hit that gun? Not bad. Shoot that skull. It's strong medicine.
Oh, come on.
Missed it.
Dude,
Put a bullet in that sign.
Dude. This is absurd.
Oh, looks like that.
Like, something's up with the gun. Or, like I said, the video cord.
This is the map to the gold. The Padre has the other half.
Oh my gosh.
Mad
Come on, come on, come on. Like, look at that.
Didn't last long, did you?
Oh my gosh. Alright, this is stupid.
Oh, looks like that prospect.
Let's see if I can have better luck here.
Stranger.
This is just so funny to me.
This is the map to
I don't know about you guys, but that's just
Padre
hilarious.
has the other half. Watch out for Mad Dog.
Yes. Dude, I shot him. I saw my bullet.
Going up? Down.
And then you have this annoying guy every time you freaking die.
Oh, looks like that
Skip.
prospect run into porcupine. One with
Come on, Skip.
Watch out for Mad Dog.
Look at this. I'm gonna shoot. Okay. Dude. Oh, okay. Anyways, you guys got the point.
this game.
Finally, Gamer Matt Levy says a Sega CD. I'm going to be playing these pretty ridiculous full motion video games and hoping to add more Sega stuff to my collection. Catch y'all later, and signing out.